Now on CoastTV News.
BB's strategic shift, how the healthcare provider is looking to strengthen their financial stability. Save Silver Lake, the group urging action to protect one of the state's great natural treasures. Lights, camera, action, the Ocean City Film Festival, it's here. Sneak peeks and must-see moments for film lovers. And fundraising frenzy, how one night can make the year for local nonprofits.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
BB Healthcare getting outside help for its financials. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Thank you for joining us here this evening for Coast TV News at 6. We begin tonight with one of the Coast's biggest healthcare providers making a play to strengthen its financial stability.
Now, stay with me here. Two new companies will help BB's supply chain and its financials. But despite the outside help, BB claims it's not going broke, nor is it going anywhere. Live now in Lewis is Coast TV News' Charles Reiner. And Charles, BB says it's not losing money, but it could make more.
Maddie, I'm going to be frank with you. This is a pretty complicated issue, but at the heart of it all, the healthcare provider says this is just BB getting with the times. According to BB's CEO, Dr. David Tam, one of the big reasons for this outside financial help is simply insurance companies. He says the way hospitals like BB get paid are simply getting more and more complex through things like artificial intelligence, for example. Tam says this new partnership will help make sure BB gets the money they're owed for treating its patients. As for supply chain, Dr. Tam says its new partnership with another firm will let the hospital streamline how it stores and moves all kinds of medical supplies, from surgical gloves to bandages. Tam says that in turn will help BB make sure none of its equipment is expired, and as such, they don't waste any money just throwing it away. Dr. Tam says the goal isn't just financial, it's also about efficiency.
Will allow BB Healthcare to continue to grow services throughout the county in places like Millsboro and Millville and Rehoboth, where we already have campuses, so that it will be easier for that patient to access care without having to travel farther or go to different places at different times.
As for you or I, BB says that patients likely won't even notice any differences with their care. These new changes are expected to be implemented in the coming months. I'm Charles Reiner in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charles. So what does this mean for BB's employees? BB says its revenue cycle department will transition to be part of Ensemble. It says 3 supply chain employees will make a similar move to Premier Team. BB says nobody is losing their job, nor will they have to reapply or move. But in an email to staff, Dr. Tam said they recognize changes like this can be difficult, and these decisions are not made lightly. So again, the question for all of this is why. BB says it's not in financial trouble. They say they're just looking to get a little stronger.
BB's undergone some changes before, including its leadership. Dr. Tam has been BB's leader since 2020, appointed just before the pandemic. And here's how we got here. On March 25th, 2019, the healthcare company announced the departure of its CEO and president, Jeffrey Fried, effective the next day, citing BB's board's wish to go in a new direction. The same day, Rick Schaffner, executive vice president and COO, was appointed interim CEO. After that, a national search for a permanent CEO began, and on February 3rd, 2020, BB hired Dr. David Tam. He actually began the job early due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now we have some breaking news. Troopers have arrested 19-year-old Gerard Sturgis after a shooting at a Sussex Central basketball game last week. Good news, no one was hurt there. According to police, an investigation discovered a 15-year-old had shot at a car, and Sturgis helped that 15-year-old escape. They say another nearby school was also hit with bullets. Sturgis is now in jail facing charges related to that shooting.
And more breaking news. A credible threat was made towards Milford School District that caused the district to initiate a lockdown this afternoon. According to the district, Milford police were called in to assess that situation. They found that students from the elementary schools were safe, so they were back to home or sent back to homes as normal. But the older kids had to wait a bit before being released. The district says all activities after school tomorrow, those are canceled. And they say police and school leaders are looking into exactly what happened. Everywhere you go on Delmarva, you can see huge puddles of water from recent rainfall, cars having to drive through or over it, yards soaked, and in some places you can see pooling and ponding. It's even impacting farmland. With all this in mind, we need to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who's going to explain to us how much rain did fall here in our area last night.
The thing you have to remember more than anything else is that this amount of rain fell in a very short period of time. So we had over 2.5 inches in Georgetown, over 2 inches in Slaughter Beach, Indian River, and Millsboro. So we're well above 2.25. All of these locations, not just there, but it was universal in a lot of areas. I mean, we were at over 2 inches in Laurel, Dagsboro, as well as Lewis, and just shy of 2 inches in Harbison and in Seaford, and we had 1 3/4 in Bridgeville. Now, with all of that, you combine that with the fact that we've had cloud cover and additional moisture that's been hovering throughout the entire forecast period. Temperature is going to be in the 50s, by the way, just so you'll know. But we also have the small craft advisories active. But here's another aspect. We've just been placed under a coastal flood advisory that kicks in at 4 o'clock in the morning for Friday, and it stays in effect until 4 o'clock, until 10 o'clock in the morning for Friday as well, and associated in tandem with the ebb and flow of the tide. Now, coming up, we're going to talk about, sorry to say, more rain on the way over the weekend, Charlie.
Paul, special delivery, direct shipments, and home deliveries of alcohol. It's been a hot topic here in Delaware. Right now, Delaware, one of only 3 states that actually bans this service. But a new bill is up for consideration on Tuesday. It would allow direct shipping of alcohol here in the state. Supporters of the bill say local businesses like wineries and breweries could start delivering their products. Salted Vines, a popular winery in Frankfort, is also asking people to help by telling their local leaders to support this idea.
Delaware is also attempting to make a big change to help retired state workers with their health care. 2 new laws are being talked about in the House committee. House Bill 281 says the state can't use a certain type of health plan that some retirees don't care for. The other law, 282, it's going to make a group that decides on health plans more open and make sure retirees have a say in decisions. The committee says the changes are about making sure retired workers are happy with their health care and voices are heard.
The Delaware Department of Education is on a mission to elevate teaching and learning to new heights. They're focusing on what they call the Delaware Teacher Growth and Support System. The department says this system is all about continuous improvement, making sure educators have those tools and feedback that they need to thrive in the classroom. The department wants to hear directly from teachers next week.
Now moving to some news on the coast. Rehoboth Beach will be holding a special presentation. The goal is to introduce locals to environmentally friendly lawn alternatives. Botanist Bill McAvoy, who worked for Denrick for 3 years, will discuss the benefits of incorporating native grass-like plants into our local gardens. It's a free presentation. It will be held tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Commissioner's Meeting Room at City Hall.
It's a step towards tackling the housing shortage. The Lewis Housing Subcommittee set to discuss housing proposals this Tuesday. That committee is looking at a plan to allow homeowners to add small independent living spaces right on their own properties. You could think of them as tiny homes. Officially, they're known as accessory dwelling units. It would apply to converted garages, small backyard cottages. The committee wants to create more affordable housing in Lewis neighborhoods without changing their look and their feel. The committee is still debating how big these units can be and making sure homeowners actually live on site.
Silver Lake, located between Dewey and Rehoboth Beach, it's one of Delaware's natural treasures. According to state records, Silver Lake is one of the closest freshwater lakes in proximity to the Atlantic Ocean. Now, locals say someone who owns a piece of property on the lake is threatening the well-being of the area by dumping soil next to the lake and ruining habitat. According to County Councilman Mark Schaefer, the county issued a stop work violation to the property owner to prevent any further dumping, but a petition was created to draw more attention and the need to help the lake.
Yeah, I think, oftentimes there are just a few of us sharing our concerns. It's easy for our officials to say, we'll look into it. But now I think we have over 125 people that have signed the petition. So maybe we can get them to step up and start taking some action to protect the lake.
In a statement to CoastTV, Denrick says it's investigated the site on a number of occasions and confirmed there's no violations there. The department says the ongoing activities at Silver Lake are not within department's jurisdiction. CoastTV also reached out to the property owner, but we did not hear back.
Some money news around the region. A deadline is looming for Delaware renters seeking a unique opportunity to bolster their credit. The Delaware Tenant Rent Reporting Pilot Program, initiated by the Delaware State Housing, is on the verge of closing its enrollment window, something to pay attention to. Interested participants must sign up by March 29th if they want to boost their credit scores. This program also provides renters with free financial coaching and identity theft protection.
Dewey Beach has announced its parking schedule and fees for the summer. Starting May 15th, parking is free Monday from 5 to 11 p.m. Seasonal permits are available for $300, but local property and business owners can get them at $175 for up to 2 passes. Businesses in town can also get a discount, 2 passes at $225 each. Dewey Beach employees can purchase a 1-season pass at the same discounted price. For those options, they range from $30 for 24 hours to $100 for a full week. Metered parking, that's $3.50 an hour.
Tomorrow, city leaders are meeting to map out how Lewis is going to spend its money next year. At 9 a.m. at City Hall, the mayor and city council will talk about the city's budget for 2025. They'll look at what's changed since their last meeting, explore new ways to make money, and decide how to spend that money. The current proposed budget plan focuses on city safety, activities for children, and improving public spaces like nature trails.
Moving on to our traffic news, a road closure coming to Millsboro. DelDOT says Patriots Way between Fox Run Road and Route 113 will be closed starting Monday. The closure is for the construction of an intersection related to that long-awaited Millsboro bypass. The agency says detours will be in place to help drivers on the roadways. And we have a lot more news to get to this evening.
A community unites. Discover how Delaware's 24-hour giving spree can shape futures, from education to environmental conservation.
And the sunshine that we're expecting for Friday will drag some chilly winds our way from the north. More on your forecast coming up in a moment.
First, grab your popcorn and get ready for the Ocean City Film Festival. What you can expect coming up. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
What parent doesn't want the best for their kids?
Kids always want the best.
Tillman Orthodontics makes it possible.
We'll reach out to your insurance for you
And provide interest-free in-house financing.
Free financing for my whole treatment.
Parents love free financing.
And we make it fun for kids too.
It's actually fun here.
We have a movie theater.
Jamie makes me laugh.
You could say our patients come here for the smiles.
Call Tillman Orthodontics for your free consultation with free digital x-rays.
It's easier than you think.
Don't miss the free Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo, March 9th at Cape and Lupin High. Bring the family and tell your friends. Admission is free. A full array of health, fitness, and leisure products, fitness centers, physical therapy, health food, home products and services, and even water sports. BB Healthcare will be providing free health screenings. Don't miss the free Health, Fitness, and Leisure Expo, March 9th, 9 to 4 at Cape and Lupin High.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Ocean City's 8th film festival is upon us.
Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us how many films are in the reel and how many and how you can see them all.
Jackie Ball is excited for this year's film festival.
I'm going to try to see as many films as I can.
Starting this Thursday at the Princess Royale, Ocean City's 8th film festival will kick off with a cocktail party. With the festival growing every year, Executive Director Rena Thaler explains why this festival is so important.
It's inspired a whole community of people who didn't know they were a filmmaker and people who are filmmakers but didn't have anywhere to show their work.
With over 400 submissions, over 100 of those were selected into this year's film festival, with 46 of those films being made in Maryland. Ball is looking forward to her one-day pass, allowing her to see every film shown on that day.
Every year I've tried to do something with the film festival, but this is the first time I'm actually getting a pass.
The film festival will stretch from Thursday into late Sunday, and screenings will be in all different locations around Ocean City. Flagship Cinema's supervisor Morris Johnson II says the festival brings in a ton of people.
Last year it was nonstop. We even had people standing along the walls, which you're really not supposed it is.
The cinema will now be using 2 screenings for the festival, rather than just 1. And Johnson is looking forward to it.
It looks like we're going to be fairly busy, which is good.
The 8th Ocean City Film Festival is happening for the next 3 days, and you can grab your tickets either online or at the festival. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
Doing more for Delaware causes, how you can help over the next 24 hours.
And more weather more wet weather for this weekend as we deal with some rain showers making a comeback. We'll have more on what I'm tracking in a moment.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Let Alton Brothers help you get more for your tax money.
Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
Open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home. As a premier Carrier factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings. Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
To get the job done, you need the toughest, most comfortable workwear. And Vernon Powell has it on sale. Now through March 17th, take up to $25 off all work boots and 20% off Carhartt apparel during the work sale at Vernon Powell.
I have no calluses, 40 years of turning letters, they're still soft.
Well, it's not like you're changing tires.
Thursday at 7 on Coast TV.
Your tax return over there. Your tax return at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Let Alton Brothers help you get more for your tax money.
Alton Brothers, furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Delivered to your home with care.
Spring cleaning is underway with Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
The selection is incredible.
The salespeople take the time to find what I want.
Freshen up your home and save more on new floors. Thousands of styles in the aisles for miles. Everything is in stock to take home today for less. Simply pick, pay, take it away, or we'll install it as soon as you say for free. Available, affordable, at your service. Airbase Carpet and Tile Mart Flooring Supercenters.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
While you have the opportunity, be sure you put your phone on camera and scan the QR code so you can get the latest version of our app. Our Tidal Health camera in Seaford showing us we're at 56 degrees, and we're going to stay in the low 50s till we get to 10 o'clock. Then we'll flip over to 48 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Now at our Dry-Tech camera in Ocean City, we're at 51 degrees with the skyline clearing out for us a little bit more so there, but we'll still have cloud cover in place for us. So we'll drop to 49 degrees as early as 8 o'clock. We have right now concern for the possibility of flooding. There's a flood advisory in effect for Kent and all of Sussex for Baytown counties as well as those that are along the shore. Speaking of the shore, we have the small craft advisory that's staying in effect until Saturday morning, watching out for 25-mile-per-hour winds there. That goes all the way down to Chincoteague and Cape Charles, actually. But that's generally what we're looking out for the next, 36 to 48-hour period. We've already received a tenth of an inch of rain in Georgetown and just over that in Salisbury. Here's where the temps are right now. We're at 53 in Rehoboth, for example, 55 in Milford and in Seaford, as well as Georgetown and in Delmar. But as you take a look at our expectations for Friday morning, we're going to start off cloudy and in the low 40s. Flip Friday on the afternoon, and we'll climb to near 50 inland, mid to lower 40s along the shore. Saturday's different. Saturday we start off cloudy, and the winds are out of the east by then, by the way. We'll see scattered showers kick off by Friday afternoon. So, Charlie, your golf game should be okay. All right. And then we're looking at Saturday evening. It's going to clear out again. So even as you take a look at the extended forecast, and we are calling for a first alert day on Saturday, Friday should be fine. Saturday, just rain in the afternoon.
Paul? Right now, nonprofits across the first state are racing to raise as much money as possible in just a 24-hour time frame. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner shows us why people want to do more for these Delaware organizations.
Do More 24 is known as Delaware's largest day of giving. From local students to musicians, there are nearly 500 causes you can support right here in Sussex County. Some groups we spoke with are looking to raise donations to help children right now, all the way through their careers as adults. Ashlyn Horton is a college student majoring in accounting. She credits this nonprofit for her pathway to success. Its programs keep high school students on track to graduate and start a career or go to college.
I had somebody to go to. I had somebody who was real with me, somebody who could lead me when I felt like I just didn't know what was going on.
And she gives back what she was given. Horton hopes Pathways will achieve its $10,000 goal for the Do More 24 Delaware fundraiser. It's a similar sentiment at the Children's Beach House.
It's our job not to try to think about kids as vessels that should be filled with knowledge, but instead fires that can be lit. And if we light those individual fires, we're going to have kids becoming who they are and who they're meant to be.
This group wants to raise $7,000 to send the teens in its youth development program to Washington, D.C. to tour museums and colleges.
I don't think there's anything more gratifying than seeing a child's eyes light up for the first time when they realize that something is possible that they hadn't seen before.
The show must go on for the Southern Delaware Orchestra. Their fundraiser keeps a steady rhythm by paying for sheet music and concert venues. The Delaware Center for the Inland Bays is trading donations for passports that people can fill out for a chance to win prizes all month long. From the farmers market to the food bank, fundraisers are fueling first state causes in 24 hours. 2, 3, 4. The clock is ticking. You have until Friday at 6 p.m. to donate during Do More 24. We have a link to all of the causes involved on CoastTV.com.
Those bells were great.
Yeah,
Bringing us our Coast TV poll, we want to know which local nonprofit cause is most important to you. Let's take a look at some of the updated results.
For a while it was animals. Let's see if it's still the case. People just love the animals here. They are taking it away.
They love all the animals. The ones at home, the ones at somebody else's home, the ones that are running around, all of them.
If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that though. CoastTV.com or our mobile app, and we'll check back in at 11.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, everybody? It is state semifinals time in Delaware, and after getting knocked out in the second round a season ago, the Dover boys are hungry to follow their mission in 2024. We caught up with the Senators before their matchup tonight. Dover High School, where Henlopen champions are made. But there's more in sight for head coach Stephen Wilson's team.
To finish off our mission, you know, we got to the Final Four, but that's not good enough. A lot of teams talk about getting to the Bob, but, you know, we want to continue to win and win our first state championship. So before we do that, we have to win every quarter in the semifinals first, you know. So that's what we think about, winning every quarter. If you don't lose a quarter, you don't lose the game.
And the game of basketball means more than just a victory.
Honestly, the city, they need it, so I'm just trying to give back to them, not only for this team, but the community.
And for this group to bring a title back, it's all about doing the little things.
We got to play again like our last, because it really is, so that's why we got to go hard. Every quarter counts, everything counts, even the small things.
Semi-final basketball, Dover and Middletown tonight. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with Patio Systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
20 years ago, Farmers Bank of Wheelers opened branches to serve Ocean City and West OC. Now, we're making it official with permanent locations to better serve our customers in Worcester County. While other banks are closing branches, we're banking on Ocean City's future. Sure, we have a world-class app, but sometimes there's no substitute for helpful, friendly people. Announcing our grand opening on 87th Street, North Ocean City, and coming in 2024, West OC on Route 611. Switch to the Farmers Bank of Willards, where people matter.
What? You're still waiting for a roofing and siding quote? You should have called Bill.
All Exteriors will give you a quote on the spot. We have same-day and Saturday appointments available to do a thorough inspection and show you design options. Then we explain everything our quote includes, line by line.
Now through Easter, get half off installation or choose free financing until 2026. So hop to it. Call All Exteriors for a free inspection. Where are you going?
Customer needs a quote.
You couldn't wait 1 second to finish the commercial?
Next Jeopardy! It's the semifinals of the Tournament of Champions.
We are in for a wild ride.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV. Get live satellite and radar. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app. Sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Get ready for 4 days of fun in the sun at SpringFest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, unique artisan products, and more. With over 200 artisan vendors, local food, and enhanced selections of beer and wine, don't miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from May 2nd through the 5th. SpringFest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances, including headliners, The Olivia Show, a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, country music sensation Lauren Elena, and alternative rock band Everclear. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/SpringFest.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Call our weather hotline at 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. And it's sponsored by Baird, Mendelis, Brockstedt, and Federico. So, as far as where we are right now, our Tyndall's furniture camera in Ocean City showing us that we have 51 degrees, and we're going to drop down to 49 by 8 o'clock with partly cloudy skies. Now, we have the small craft advisory active along the entire East Coast, 25 mile per hour winds, and we do have an active coastal flood advisory 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock for Friday. That's the bad news or the shimmy or the deal on Friday. Saturday, we do have a yellow alert day, looking for the rain to kick in more than likely after 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then don't forget, we spring forward on Saturday, and boy, is it going to be windy on Sunday and especially Monday.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
Remember, we will see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great night.